Hi, everybody. My name is Tony Paris. I'm the lead attorney at the Sugar Law Center for Economic and Social Justice. We're a nonprofit workers' rights organization based out of Detroit, Michigan, who specialize in workers' rights and community rights of all types. But today I'm specifically going to be talking to you all about unemployment insurance benefits. We're going to be bringing you a series of videos, and we'd like to thank the State Bar of Michigan Foundation for making these possible. All of these videos are going to take you on a step-by-step kind of tutorial on what types of benefits unemployment insurance can bring you, and also what types of eligibility requirements are required before you're able to collect benefits. The first thing that you should know about unemployment insurance very broadly is that they're benefits that are created and made for people who are out of work, laid off, terminated or quit, or just out of work for generally no fault of their own. Of course, we're going to talk in later videos the details of all those things and all the different types of ins and outs of those eligibility requirements. But generally, you have to have a connection to the workforce, and you have to have had base period wages going back usually 6 quarters. That's about a year and a half. Unemployment insurance benefits in the past year or so, since the pandemic was really raging, have been only shown to, as far as how broad of a need that they have. As we all saw during the COVID-19 epidemic, folks of all types were completely dependent on unemployment insurance benefits for any type of income. It only highlighted the need for unemployment insurance benefits in our country. And I say that because if any of you are watching from states that are outside of Michigan, you should also consult your local unemployment insurance offices or other organizations in your state who may specialize in unemployment insurance benefits. I say that because unemployment insurance benefit laws change state by state. We're going to be focusing on Michigan today because that's where Sugar Law Center is based, but we also recommend that if you were unemployed in another state or have moved to Michigan after becoming unemployed in another state, that you look into that and know that the requirements even in other states are generally the same. In addition to that, you should also know that unemployment insurance benefits max out at a certain amount. They're something that is made to only fill a very specific time period between gaps of employment. In Michigan, now that the pandemic unemployment assistance has ended on September 4th, that weekly amount in Michigan maxes at $362 a week, and only for 20 weeks for new filers in 2021. Many of you out there have maybe heard of pandemic unemployment assistance. This is called PUA. This was made available for the first time in American history to folks who didn't have those regular wages during the base period that I mentioned, regular W-2 connection to a deducted workforce wage, but instead were actually self-employed, gig workers, contractors, folks who made cash. Those folks were eligible for the first time in American history from the beginning of the pandemic until September 4th of 2021 here in Michigan. Many of you out there may still have ongoing disputes regarding your pandemic unemployment insurance benefits. We can help you with those disputes here at Sugar Law Center. Just know that for new filers, contractors and other types of gig workers would likely be excluded unless we can show that you were misclassified as a contractor or gig worker. So you should know that the 362 and 20 weeks is currently the law. That can change. We always advocate here at Sugar Law for expansions in unemployment insurance benefits. And of course, if we aren't fully out of the woods in this pandemic, there might be potential for Congress, both on the state and federal level, to act and to pass additional requirements. That being said, our general recommendation is if you're wondering if you're eligible, you should just file. The filing process is something we're going to handle in a separate video, but many of the folks out there who aren't sure if they would be eligible should just know that there's going to be a calculation based on the amount of wages that you've made in the past year and a half or so. And based on that calculation, you could be eligible for anywhere from $0 to $362 per week. And generally, although we're going to talk about specific eligibility requirements later, you should know that if you've quit your job but you have good cause attributable to the employer to do so, or you were fired without good cause by your employer, or are just laid off, just have a lack of work due to an economic downturn or other types of staffing changes or needs by employers, you will likely be eligible. Through the entire process, the Sugar Law Center is here to help. We are available via phone and email, which we will post at some later point, and we really appreciate you tuning in today.